this group of former provosts here today. I think Mark, in his own way, has figured that this is something that would be good for the university to remember its past as it looks to the future. Let me just throw open a question. I'll direct this one to Steve Altman, and then we'll just take it from there. But to Steve, I would ask, what are the possibilities facing higher education today? We often talk about the challenges, but what are the possibilities and opportunities that perhaps we ought to be thinking about? Steve.
I think, and what I tell my students and what I tell my faculty now is that this is yet another part of the cycle. We've gone through many cycles before, and this one may be a little deeper than some on the downside, but let's not forget this magnificent business that we're in, this opportunity that we have to shape minds. And that's where I think the great opportunity is for the future. It's to stay the course and stay courageous right now, and remember who we are going to serve in the future. And in my new part of the world, we are looking to serve people around the world. And my colleagues know that for years we said, what does the I mean in international? What does I in FIU mean? Maybe you're still asking that question a little bit. But I think that's where the opportunity is for the future, is to extend our reach around the world and provide opportunity for people who may not have it. And they may get that opportunity here in Miami, or they may get it where they live. And part of our challenge is to figure out the way to make that happen, and to make it a more inclusive world because of what we know and what we know how to do.
There's been a trend going to put more and more courses online. And I was just wondering what your opinion of this is.
One of the reasons we were putting more courses online is that's because what our students want. And they really want the convenience of doing that. I just looked recently at the last 6 months of hits on our online website, and we had about 2.6 million hits that had come in onto that website, but 2.5 million of them were all from South Florida. So that it really is only another way of serving the students that are within our own normal educational area. It's not as though there's very little that are enrollments that are taking place in Pennsylvania or Iowa, and that is really the pattern across the country. That by and large, online education that all universities are offering is being taken by the students who are also on-campus students. So it's not as though you have online students that don't come to campus. What you have is you have students that take some courses online, take other courses on campus, and it really is driven by their desire to have some flexibility in their lives.
My question was what advice you might give about involving collegial governance.
I feel that we have really had, it's my own personal bias, a good and healthy relationship with the faculty here at FIU. I think part of collegial governance is transparency. Part of collegial governance is challenging the faculty with that transparency to work in the context of helping to fashion solutions. I think part of that relationship is open communication and negotiation by both sides, and I think that to a good measure has been largely achieved here. And but once achieved, it does not automatically stay. So I think it's something that needs to be worked at, needs to be nurtured, needs to be protected. But I think it starts for the new president and the new provost on a relatively strong foundation.
How to use high tech to improve the student experience to the maximum we can. We've struggled for a long time in some of the aspects of our enterprise management system, and nonetheless, if you looked with the fact that we had 1,200 more students enrolled this fall than we had last fall, when you went down and looked at the lines on the first floor of PC, they were basically fairly short lines. A lot tremendous amount is being handled electronically, and could you imagine what the student experience would be like if they were having to stand in line now with the number of students without the technology we have?